Welcome to Create Momentum for Positive Mindset. First of all, I'm really thankful and grateful to you. You have taken the time out for this podcast. Today, my guest is Mahin Abdul Wahid Baloch from Karachi, Lyari Town. She belongs from. She is an educationist, entrepreneur, motivational speaker, and theater artist. At a very young age, she started educating underprivileged kids in Lyari who could not afford education. After completing her graduation, she enlightened her vision for providing free education to underprivileged kids. So she started her own foundation named as Mistagh. Mistagh Foundation provides free education underprivileged kids. Mahin also has done plays in theater by the name of Rock Band in different languages. Mahin wants to spread her vision in Pakistan and in Asia as well. So Mahin, welcome, and I appreciate you doing a great job for humanity.
Thank you so much for calling me and inviting me your session in your live session. I'm very glad that I represent my Lyari culture and all the work I'm doing, because I think that if I will not speak on the social media, so people will not get to know that which problem I'm facing in my street and in my area. So that's why I start the work of education, because I think that if we will not start the working, so nobody will come and help us. So I started by my own firstly, then my family supported me, but now mashallah I have a whole team. They're working on me, and we are giving education to all the students. They are not getting anything.
Okay. So anyway,
Okay.
that's a great purpose you're doing in. So please tell me about yourself and the skills you learned in while you were educating the kids.
Firstly, definitely I would say that I was a student on 8th class. So there I faced the thing that many students, they are not going to school before, because in my street, the two houses people, they are going to school. We and others the people. So I always talk with my dad that why the people and why students are not going to school. They are working, they are child labor. So because in our home, so we discuss a lot of things, like my dad and like with my mom. So we discuss, and my dad said to me, mine, in your free time you should give the time to students, the kids, not to just play with them, but give them awareness. Starting I should not know that I was working for education. I just played with them. I worked that you should clean yourself, you should not work, and you should go to school. So I started from my home with my family, with my elder sister. She helped me. So then we get to know that how to educate the children, because you definitely know the streets children are very tough, and how I convinced them, it was a hardest time for me, because I convinced the people and our area. I convinced the student that you should come. We give them a gift, because the student is coming by time with discipline. So we distribute the gifts. So that's why it's become the circle that Mahin Baloch and her family giving the gift to student. Then students are coming to in my home, and I started. Before that, now since I'm working since 5 years, but now I have made my team. The senior students, they are working with me free of cost, volunteer. I gave a name of Mistagh. I gave Mistagh name because I want that my culture should be represented. My Balochi language should be represented, because I want to I want to make alive that my culture and my responsibility. That's why I give name of Mistagh. Mistagh name is the meaning of Mistagh is a good message, good news. So now I'm working as Mistagh Foundation. I have mashallah my team. They are so hard worker. They come without any fees. They are coming without any salary. I'm just giving them. I'm not giving them anything, but they are giving me the more thing, and they are giving the students the more thing. They are giving their time. So it's a basic thing that senior student. I educate them. Now they're working with me as like my theater team and like my Mistagh team. So we are working like that.
Okay, you told me about the journey and
Mhm.
how did
And it
you
was
so sorry.
Yeah, matlab
Uh,
it was hardest journey for me because a Baloch girl is working in a Lyari. So many people disturb my parents that how she's working. She's in social media. The people are calling her name. But it was the hardest time for my parents. But how they faced and how they motivate me. Sometimes I feel that I tired because when I went to school and my coaching and I'm an artist. I did theater academy because I joined my academy. So it was the hardest time for me that I manage my time. But because of it, my parents motivate me. Because of them, today Mistagh Foundation is here and we are working. So now it's very a big thing because I'm loving this journey and I'm more stronger than before.
okay. How did because when you
Mhm.
start something, first of all, it's a
Yes.
vision. Then
Yes.
you could have done something else, but you started your journey with the vision of that you're gonna educate people free of charge. So why did you vision about the education? How did it come up? Was it anything were you thinking in your young age, or is it from the family?
Because I think that when you are facing the problem, so it's up to you that you should solve the problem. So whenever I see my area, its name is Sadarbar Lane in Lyari. So there I said we were so back. Matlab, when I was going outside the Lyari, the people call me, are you from Lyari? Are you Baloch? So that the things, it hurt me. Why the people are just point out in that you are from Lyari and you are Baloch. So that's why I wanted to change. I wanted to make change in my area because the many people are not aware. Definitely if you are working, the parents are working day and night, same like mother and father, they are daily wages, so they don't have time and they don't have a money and they are not aware to send this child for education. They want the child should work and they earn the money. So that was the reason that people are not going for school. So I wanted to change my area, my own area, because I did not wait for it. So I discussed with my father, I think 6 years before. I discussed with my father that why the students in my area, they why the children are not going, they are just roaming in street, they are roaming outside, they're working for 5 rupees, for 10 rupees. The people are harassing the student, they're harassing the child. So that's why my father said to me, yes, if you have a vision, if you want to, you should start it. So I started at my home. There I'm sitting, it's the room. So I started there. I call the four student. I remember the thing. I call the four student. I work and play with them. So I same like this. I distributed the gifts that the student is coming with. Matlab student is coming clean and student is following all the rules, discipline. So we distributed the gifts. So same like this. Student talk. The children talk in outside when they were playing. When I was going to school, the people call me. देखो देखो ये teacher जा रही है. मतलब same like this. They call me that this teacher is giving us respect because the children, that type of children, nobody gave them as much attention. So I gave them attention, I talk with them, I ask them what's your problem. So there I started with my parents and my family. Definitely they support me because the many people are saying that गली के बच्चों को बिठा के घर गंदा कर दिया. The people are taunting me most. Even my own cousin, they said me कि there is a tuition center, don't go Mahin house because it's a tuition center, the low people are coming and sitting. So many people are said many things to my parents, to me, but I survived. I ignored them. I said I have to work for change. So I did, and now, mashallah, say I have a team, and they are working so hard for me. They are working because I represent Lyari internationally also. I represent that Lyari is not a thing that you are just pointed. If you are from Lyari, I want to. There are in Lyari, there are many people and many students. They are so talented. I make them recognize. I gave them a platform. Same like this, the people are waiting for a platform. So Mistagh is the thing that I'm giving the platform to all the students in every community, in every caste. You can join us and you work with us. You can learn from us, and I gave them a many scholarship. Same like I did collaboration with all the institute, schools, other outside of Lyari. So I wanted to, I don't want to make the student parrot because many the people are like this. They are just doing gratification and nothing else. They are not talking about the culture. They are not talking about the literature. Still, we are forgetting our literature. So I want to enlighten my literature, my culture. So what is my culture and what should I do? So same like I did it with my team and with my family. So it was a hardest journey for me, but now I'm really satisfied because Before the people, they were taunting me. Now they are coming, they're saying to give admission to my child. Like, it is the successful thing for me that those people, they just disturb my parents, that it's not a good thing their mind is doing. Mine is highlighting issues and she's active on social media. But now the other people are coming in our family, is like they're coming and they're saying, mine, please give my student and give my child to admission. So it is a big thing for me that I achieved in my journey.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great thing. And whenever you're doing a change in your
Yes,
life, first of all, your family, your colleagues, or your friends, they will be negative about you, that they're gonna say, you can't do it. A similar way I
yes.
started podcasting. Now, someone is comparing me with the person who is already in the industry for 32 years. And is you can't compare that. I'm not been in 32 months in this industry. I'm just
Definitely.
learning. So
Yes.
obviously you will face the challenges. So as soon you finished your graduation. So how did you come up with this title of Mistagh?
Before I also said it, I wanted to represent my culture, and I don't want to forget my Balochi language as well, because many people are working and they are going outside and they are learning different the things, so they forget the culture. Mistag, I wanted to make a name for my Balochi culture. What is my language? Because I should make remember the people that Baloch are doing something. I'm not saying that I'm a very open-minded girl. I work with all the caste and all the community. I just want to enlighten my culture, my language to everybody in the world. So that's why I gave a name Mistagh, because Mistagh meaning is good message, good news. So I really like the name and it's match my working. So that's why I gave the name of Mistagh. And the people loved my name. Before I was like, maybe in social media, in my life, in my professional working, the people will not like, but Alhamdulillah, I feel satisfied that people like this name, people appreciate it. So now we are working for Mistagh Foundation, and Mistagh mean is a good message. And I would say to all the nation, I would say to all the nation, they are watching me, every caste, every culture, they should work for themselves, they should work for their areas, they should work for the people. Because if you wait for somebody, if you wait for something, so I don't believe that the change will automatically will come. You have to work hard and the people will know you can achieve your goal, your mission, what you want to be.
Yeah, of course. I am really proud on you and your parents that you have taken this step, because whenever you are on a new journey,
Yes,
you always need support. So
definitely.
it's like this. If you are very positive, energetic, and enthusiastic, if you are with the people who are five people in your group or in your class or anywhere, if they are negative, so they're gonna give you the negative influence that you shouldn't live with the positivity. It happens
Definitely.
everywhere, and it's not the matter of the countries. Like if you are in England or US or Europe, then you can make a difference. That's what is stopping people. If someone say a similar way, I'll give my example. I started podcasting with the AirPods and the
Hmm.
iPad, and because the setback was that I could not record from iPad because it was a lot of fault, and I can't say the people, can you send me the recording? That is the reason I had to buy a laptop and my headphones, which I'm using. But you can start from anywhere. That's
Yes,
you only,
definitely.
and you just are one moment, one person, and one step away toward the success. So my next question is to you. As soon as you build your foundation, Mistagh, so you must face a lot of challenges. Because you can't do many things by yourself. So you must need a team to fulfill different tasks. So how did you manage that?
Definitely before I got lots of things and lots of a problem, but I remember the one thing which my father taught me, and he is my mentor, he is my everything. So he taught me one thing, that mind, if you are working in some, if you're working in flow and if you're working in your professional life, so there are the more than 100 negative things are going. Just point out the one positive thing. I did this and I point out the one positive. Still, in this corona, मतलब COVID-19 time, I renovate my coaching center. I colored and I matlab, colored it, and I sanitize all the coaching center, because with few type of people they helped us. Matlab, with no any other thing same like this. You are saying that you don't have anything. So I did not wait for facilities. The facilities are coming by their own. Now the people are coming by their own. They are helping me. So I just share my journey through social media that I'm working this. The people are coming. This common people. I'm not talking about any group and any politician group, anything. The common people came and help us get, I will give you this, I will give you this, start this. So then the many things we faced now in this matlab, before 2 or 3 months, they said matlab, there was a community center I was teaching there. So they said no to me that you should not teach now, we will not giving you a place. So I said, why you are not giving me place? You said no, there should not be a tuition center. So it was a matlab, big thing for me that I renovate the center. And I was so mentally disturbed, because definitely if you start the journey and since 2 years we were teaching there, so I was mentally disturbed. So what should I do now? Because after COVID-19, so student will go where? So my team was there, it motivate me. They cheered me that mine, you as a girl before we didn't have anything, but now you have a team, you have your platform, you have a social media platform, you have Mistagh platform. So now you are saying that you are disturbed. So definitely it happened, because if you work so hard and the people will say and say that now you will wind up this thing. So it was I was in trauma. So before my team was in there, they helped me. So we searched the place in Lyari, we searched like hungry person. If the person is hungry, how he search food. So that's definitely I did like this. I searched place day night. My dad searched, my young elder sister Hani searched. So we got a place, another institute. It's also Anjuman, we call it Anjuman Community Center. So we place a community center, we talk there, we wrote a letter. So they give us permission that without rent you can join us. Definitely I will say, if you have a patient, if you're working, so don't wait for anything. Just go for it and point out the positive things. If you point out in the negative things, that the change will not come in yourself. Just go and focus the positive things, that everything will be solved and you will bang on. So we started I think since 2 months we are there, we shifted there. Now alhamdulillah say we are set up and our classes is going regular. And alhamdulillah I'm much satisfied, because if my team was not with me, because now I made my team, they're like my Mistagh family. So they motivated me, my parents motivated me. I again said okay, I will do. One thing I must say, the community people there, they said that they should the problem that mine should lock mine should matlab, they give we will not give the place to mine, but their children also coming in other place. Like, it was a successful thing for me, and I achieved. The father are matlab, against of me. They are saying that it should not be Mistagh Foundation here, but his children are coming in another institute. But I was so happy when it started on first day. The students are running on a road. I was on bike, because I did not go by walk. I was on bike. So the students were saying, Miss Mine is going. They were running that we are coming with you. It was the amazing feeling for me that my students are coming. Still, their father are against of me. Still, they are coming. They are learning, and they will say that we will do like you. We will achieve our goal. And it was a big thing for me that we started again, and now we are set up. Alhamdulillah.
That's a great thing. I appreciate that. But the thing is that the way you are, number one thing, they don't have the awareness. They are living
Definitely.
because I could say lack of system, lack of
Yes.
discipline. That is the reason, because there is no system, there is no rules. Nobody follow anything. The only difference between our country is a good country, and you see Europe, because they have a system. They go through
System,
the
definitely.
system. So I want
Yes,
to ask, go on, carry on.
yes. Oh, I like that thing, because in if we talk about the Lyari schooling system, so that I'm not against of any schooling system, but I don't like it, because they are not creating a something. Because every student have a different quality, different mental power, but they are not giving them a chance. They are not giving them a platform. They are just saying that rotate the thing. I remember that thing in my school. The teacher punished me because I asked lots of questions. The punishment, don't ask the question, just write it when we are giving you. So I changed this thing, because in Mistagh Academy, I give a student a platform that they should create a something, because if the student are creating something, that is the change for future. So I
Of course,
like
of
the
course. I want to ask you a question because see,
yes,
nowadays it's not that you have to do the 9 to 5 job. As you said, you're giving the education. A lot of girls in Balochi culture in Pakistan after 10th, they don't want to study further.
yes.
Like, see, they can write ebooks, which is they can post it on internet, Amazon. There are different platforms. So anything like this, do you want to do in future to help the make the awareness they can make money while they're sitting at home? Do you
Yes,
want to do this, anything like that?
yes, definitely. Some of my team member, they work for home. They made their production. Even they don't have as much facilities, but they're learning from YouTube. So in Mistagh Academy, we also like that if you have any talent, so you can learn from internet. You can learn from anywhere, but don't wait for it. Few of my students, they are running their own business at home. So it is, because I also know the after matric, few of girls, they are not going to college, so I give them a skill. So I did collab to other different groups. So I said that I will give your name to my account, so you should give education and you should give skill to my student. Same like this, they are doing this, and mashallah, say now mostly my students are doing their work, and they doing their business at their home.
That's good.
And
That's a great thing.
in future, yes, I will definitely say, in future, if anybody, if someone is listening me, the mostly viewers, if they want to collab with Mistagh, so they are always welcome, because I welcome all the team, all the group, they are working. So I really appreciate them if they work with us. So email us, I will mention my email address. You can mention, you can message me
I'll
on
put it
Mistagh
into
page or my
description.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, in description you should mention our email address, because the people want to work with us, so they can. Because I welcome every type of people, every group, if they work with us, and if they work for change.
Yeah, of course. You want to work with all walks of life people, from like example, from a cleaner to CEO, or different people want to contribute in your organization. It will be great. So, I mean, I have been listening the motivational gurus. I mean, it's my Tony Robbins, and you probably know them. So, how did you learn about motivation? About how did you become a motivational speaker?
That's I always say it in all my interviews, that is a motivation. It came to me because of my dad. Because when I was I was when I was kid, so he worked three different place. He worked three. So I asked him, why father you work three different place? So he said to me, now I'm working for you because of your education, because of your awareness, because of you. But in future I will know that you will, we will not waste the thing, you will use this thing. So that was the biggest motivation for me, that he never said that I'm tired and I will not do this. Still I said to this my dad to, this work is not I cannot this work. So he always said, man, you can do it. The biggest thing, the biggest motivation and biggest inspiration for me is my dad. Because of him today I'm like that, and I got a more motivation. And second thing is that I when I worked in with street students, when I worked with the street child, so that was the biggest motivation for me. But the spirit, the student spirit and the children spirit, that gave me a lot of energy and lot of power. I never said that I'm tired, and I work simultaneously. Few work, matlab, I'm working in a day, I'm going college, doing volunteer. Lyari College, I'm also volunteering, giving class, and Mistagh Academy, and my theater working. The many people are saying that, mine, you are working three or four things, that you are doing something bad. I said no, because I don't have time. I don't wait for next day. I mix up the things. I worked, and I said tomorrow maybe I will not be there. So my student will be there, and they will run this work, and they will run this journey for me, for the world, for themselves, and for the nation.
Okay, of course. I mean, it's a great thing to be done for humanity. Obviously, it is a lot of people, I mean, live in Europe. They don't, a lot of them, they don't have that enthusiasm which I see in you. So it's not, as I mentioned before, it's not the country, it's not the nation, wherever you are. there's many examples are there. So, I mean, a lot of people, they started, well, from the slums to meet a
Yes.
president in the United States. So, similar as you're doing, you're doing a great job. But you are working a lot, as you're saying. So, how would you manage your time? And how would you give yourself a time, the hobby, or in a spare time, something you want to do? How do you do that?
It's very hard question for me because mostly I sacrifice my personal things. Sometimes it happened that I did not get a time for myself, so only a Sunday is a day, so I got a time for me, I pamper myself. But nowadays on Sunday the people are also calling me for their events, so same like today I gave you time and I gave my team to time, because now we are working
Thankful for
for
that.
short films, now we are moving on documentaries, on short movies, because I did the live shows, live theater, but now I'm working for short movies. So today I gave them a time, I gave you time. So now, matlab, I don't have time for myself.
That's fine. You
But
can speak in
I'm loving this
proper language.
journey. But I'm really loving, and I'm happy. When I become a child, my student, they message me, they pampered me. They made something for me. They said, "Don't miss, I will do this for you." It's give me power. So I'm okay with it. So maybe in future I will make the team. I'm making the team for that. If I will not be there, so they can walk with themselves, they can walk in community and area.
Of course. Thank you very much for your time, Mahin. After this, we're going to wrap
Thank
up.
you
The
so much.
last question I'm going to ask. I'm really thankful and grateful, and you're doing a great job. Continue. I mean, whatever you can do from your side, it's a great thing for the community, for the area. But people need awareness, because I see a lot of the time they waste on unnecessary thing. They're going to watch a comedy
Definitely.
movie, but when they want to watch an educational channel, which I see, they're not going to go to education to learn. This is the fact, even anywhere. It's not only in Pakistan, many different where. So, last question for you. Any suggestion or message for the audience which you want to give through your experience?
I would love to give a message to all the listener, to youth of our nation, to everybody in the world. So don't wait for opportunities. If you have a platform, if you are a college student, if you are anything you are working, so give some time to other. So I'm not saying that work with 100%. Started with 10%, it will become 100%. So don't wait any things. Don't wait for opportunity. If you have a cell phone, if you have internet, you can educate the world, you can give them awareness, you can do lots of things. Just do it. Don't wait for a tomorrow. Many people are like that. They are working in a good institute, they're working in good university, but still they wait for tomorrow. The tomorrow I will do this, tomorrow I will start it. So I would say that don't wait for tomorrow, start it today. Start from it today, because tomorrow, if you will start it today, then tomorrow you will get a brighter future. Tomorrow you will get a good future for yourself, for your family, for your upcoming generation.
Yeah, so
And
your
be honest with
message,
yourself.
sorry, your message is for the people to live in a now mentality. Whatever you
Yes,
can do, don't look at 1 year, don't look at 6 months, don't look at a week. Be in a now mentality. The 24 hours is in front of you. Whatever you can
definitely.
achieve, so you can do, you should try your best.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much for,
much, and I'm really grateful to you. I'll definitely in future speak with you again. It's been a great pleasure to
inshallah.
supporting Create Momentum podcast. So thank you for that.